Greetings here, Abia Omar, and today we are going to talk about how I get inspiration for my poetry. So, first of all, it's always about, do you like poetry? Do you want to become a poet? So, if you answer that question of yours, like you answer yes, then that's how you begin. Then the second one is that I usually read other poets on how they write because it's from me reading what they write that I see. First of all, it's the styles that they use to write. One person may write using lines or stanzas going down, others may write vertically going like this as paragraphs, or others may use full stops or commas. So if you read other poets, you get a great understanding on how to make your poems to become beautiful like the outlook as they are. And then the other thing I read is that there's this thought that says every thought that is being imagined or being thought about has already been thought about by another person previously. What makes that thought to be unique is how you deliver it. Like that's what makes you special. The message might be the same, but the deliverance might be different. So when you read other poems, you get an idea on how, like, ideas pop up. Oh, so this is how it's done. So that's a good thought. Then you start maybe reading, and then you broaden that aspect of the thinking. So that's one of it. Then the second one is that after the first thought of me wanting to write, like wanting to write poems and wanting to become a poet, is you find yourself in a situation whereby ideas in poems come on their own. And this one usually comes from, one of them is coming from observation. For example, let us say people are walking on the footbridge. So this one is what I wrote. Many of them with their thoughts pacing fast and slowly, the rain starting to pour a little. Those with umbrellas helped themselves. They had guessed well. It was the rainy season after all. Those that were poor in calculations started running down the footbridge like leopards in the savannah. They were fast at speed. The poor started becoming bigger and the vision blurry. Being observing from the window, closed it for call, it was also making me. Switched on the television to watch a series. A roar was made. It was of thunder. So you see from this of poem, it was just through observing. Like I was just observing from a footbridge, and you're just explaining what is happening. You have just guessed like the people walking there. You have just seen people walking fast, others were walking slowly. Then the rain started pouring. Then the one you thought, those that had an umbrella, they were thinking straight, they had guessed it right because it's the rainy season. Those that were running made their calculations wrong. You see all that thinking, and then yourself now you bring yourself into perspective. Like the rain gets huge, like becomes bigger and bigger. So you bring yourself into perspective, like you now watching from the window. Cold started coming in because when it rains too much, there's that coldness that comes with it, and also you could not see more from the footbridge. So now you had to close the window to protect yourself from the coldness. And also, what did you do after? Like you switched on the television and started watching series, and then suddenly, while you're watching series, the rain, as it got huge and huge, a roar like a thunder comes in, and then you just end it. You see, your poem is just from observing and stating the moment that you're in at that moment. Another way about which I get inspiration, this one just comes random. You might be bathing, or might be washing your clothes, or you might be drinking tea or eating, or even sometimes you're about to go to sleep. Then this thought process comes, there's this thought you think, Let me see. There's that water bottle. I want to drink it. There's that. Maybe you see a water bottle. You want to write something about the water bottle. Near me, close by. Dripping down inside me. The gulps coming in, down. Immediately, I woke up. Take a sip from the water bottle. You see, that's like a thought process. Like you just thought about a water bottle and you being thirsty, then you wrote it. So that's another example. So usually in such instances whereby ideas come from either you sleeping or an idea comes anytime, anywhere, it's usually safe to have with you a notebook and a pen to either write that thought, because even though thoughts as a poet usually comes very fast, there's that, I don't know if it's a harm or not a good so blessing, is that when you don't write it down immediately, you'll forget that thought. The thought goes away. And if you try thinking about it after 5 minutes, it won't be there. So that's how it's done. But if you want to be safe, you can use your Google Drive phone or your notebook at your phone app. Then you just write the thought that is there, then later on you come and write. So that's how I get inspired in my writing, my poems. Thank you for listening. I hope it helped you to future inspiring poets, and also if you're just thinking maybe I should start writing poems. Thank you.